So welcome to our call tonight. I just want to give everybody a round of applause for, wasn't that March crazy and fun?
It was.
I don't know about you guys, but I had a blast. It was so busy for me, but I loved every moment of it. So don't ever think that when you're sending me questions and you're saying, what do I do here, that it bothers me, because it does not bother me. This is why I took time off work. This is why I finished my job at the end of January, so I could put my full time into helping you guys. And I know, as we all know, it does take time for like bits and pieces through the day, but I am fully committed and devoted to you guys as building our team together. I want to be here for you. So when you send me messages or you join me in chats, that's what it's all about. I'm committed to helping you. And if you need more time, like even though we have this group and we have Natalie's Plexus Power Team and we have the chat, still, if you want to do some one-on-one, those in Fort McMurray can drop over my house. We can have tea. I'd love that anyways, if you came by and we just hung out together.
I'll be there tomorrow.
Okay. Learning one-on-one is always fun, right? It's always nice to get together and share ideas and stuff like that. Always so much fun. But I was just telling Kim that when I get off the call, I'm going to jump on the live that Ken Reed, and he had a special guest on tonight for the Canadian call. And it's apparently they're going to explain in detail about what the April promotions are going to be. Now, I only got one part of the promotion. I don't know if there's anything else, but I do know that the welcome packs are $13.56 off. So that brings them down to from $265 to $252 something. That's amazing. So free membership and then that much off again. And it's already discounted. If you go look at the welcome packs, it's already discounted. So you don't have to do anything. Nothing. Just the code, of course, for the free membership for the year. But the two, like I was saying, there were two people last night that wanted the big packs, and we could not get them in. Their codes wouldn't work. The system was slow. It was crashing is what it was doing. Why people were having so many issues. So they're happy today that their order didn't go through last night. They got the extra money off today. So it works out, right? Frustrating, but it'll work out. So go watch the live after. I'm going to try and find it, and I'll share it in our Canadian Diamond chat there so we can all get to see it. But Pam has been doing a little bit of studying off to the side on her own this week. So I asked her if she wanted to share what she's been learning. And she decided to skip out on us. Where'd she go? Really? Was it something I said? She'll be back. Yeah. So I want to ask, since we're waiting for Pam to come back, do you guys think with the new people that you've signed up, I know like not all of them are going to do the business, but what if there's one or two, even one? Maybe.
Can I just say something for 1 second? Pam just sent me a text and she said it froze up on her.
Okay.
So.
Was she on her phone or computer, I wonder? She could try going on her phone.
Are you on computer? I'm sorry for the interruption.
No, that's fine. Maybe she call. I'll get her to jump in whenever she gets back.
Yeah.
But do you guys see a need to start a new ambassador group Zoom call? Or should we just leave it as training one-on-one? What do you think? Or are we at that point yet? Do you think?
There is nobody at this point, and I've reached out to each one that I've become. There was how many, Cindy? 9 enrolled under me this month, and nobody is interested at all.
They just wanted to get the products at the ambassador price. Okay.
And I have reached out. There is one person that said, if the product works, they will consider it after 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
But
Like
that
yourself.
depends on, she's like myself. I didn't want to pursue any business unless I knew it worked for me.
Mm-hmm.
And she's the same way. So other than that, I've talked to everybody, and they're not at this point interested. I'm not saying they won't change their mind eventually, but for now they're not interested, not one of them.
Are you asking for their codes?
Me?
Yeah.
No, because I didn't realize until, that's what I was going to ask you about tonight. I didn't even realize until today that they got them, but I did. Yes, that's a lie. I said no. I did ask Rosalind, and that won't be a problem. So you can explain to me. I don't fully understand about those codes. So
Okay.
I'm asking for them for what? So that if I can enroll 3 more, I can take her codes?
Yes.
Okay. That's
You
what I
can,
was going to
all of those 9 got 3 codes each.
Yep, got you. Okay.
So you can, if they're absolutely sure they don't want to give those codes to family members or friends, then you get them.
So I can take them and just use them like I did for the last 9 that was enrolled under me last month.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so question now, if okay, so I enrolled somebody, so if she's not interested in bringing somebody in, how do I get her codes?
Just tell her to email them to you or copy and paste, because
Okay.
everybody got them in
So
the
you
email.
have to ask for them, obviously, from
Yes.
the person
So-
that you enrolled. Okay.
What I did today is I sent out a message to everybody, and I attached Natalie's video to it. So what I said was, you will be getting email with 3 codes in it. If you have any interest at all in using those codes to give to family members and friends,
Yeah.
then I'll help you do that. You could even send them my way, and I'll do it for you. If you do that, I can sign them up under you for you, so you can get your codes for free.
Yeah.
But if you don't, if you're saying, no, I don't even want to do anything like that, then just email them to me, and I put my email there, and I said, just message them to me, because we don't want them to go to waste. We want
Oh,
them,
for sure. Yeah, gotcha.
and they're only available from April 1st to 15th.
To the 15th, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So half the month. So we want to get those working for us.
So I have
Use
15
them,
days.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Okay. Perfect.
And then, did you guys understand Natalie's post today on like new people? And that's for people that you think, again, we're back to people wanting to do the business. But if you don't have anybody, then that's okay.
I understood it, but like I said, I read it, and at this point, I have no one. But I will keep trying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that will definitely help me, of course, right?
Yes. Well, even if, like I said, if you did it for them.
Hey, she's back.
Yay. And
My internet knocked me out.
I was just introducing you, and then you left. I was like, oh, something I said?
Yeah,
Oh, I gotta love the internet, girl.
yeah, no, it actually, it don't usually happen, but seems like lately, we had to get the toast coming a couple of times here to get it fixed. So we'll see.
Okay. So I was just saying, Pam was doing a little bit of studying this week, and on a topic. So I just thought, I was thought to ask her, would she mind sharing a little bit of what she's been learning this week? So
I had an email, in my email, I found this, just a little welcoming from a lady called Terry, her name is, and it spoke on dreams and journaling a grateful note each day is being grateful. And she spoke on people want to be appreciated. So being grateful in a way that being thankful where you are now, not looking ahead and or looking beyond or looking at today and grumbling and complaining. Be grateful for today, for your health, for your strength, for instead of complaining and saying, oh, it's so freezing, so cold outside, be thankful you got a warm place. You know, just being thankful for little things, and with a grateful heart, she said it makes a big difference in your future. So with that, saying that, she said, don't complain. Complaining will not move you anywhere. Complaining opens the door negative stuff. Nothing will delay your dreams more than this, she said, and it's complaining. So I was thinking about it, and then the next day I went into it again. I listened to it again. So I took my pen and paper and I wrote down a couple of things. And it said, if you want to be successful, be grateful. When you are grateful when you are grateful, then you will see what you want to be grateful for. When you complain, then you will see more of your complaint, what you're complaining about. You won't see the good stuff, you'll see the negative. And then she asks if you want to do a 30-day challenge. And the 30-day challenge is go 30 days without complaining. Journal your gratitude for 30 days, and it's very important to be grateful. A grateful heart opens doors for miracles. And then it says grateful is a powerful process. The only way to move to the next level is you must show great gratitude where you are. And then she said, let's see, where else? And express gratitude. When you express, and your expression gratitude gives you strength. Like even like when we do our chat, or if someone's achieving something, we're all in this together. We're all as a big community. So we should be thumbs up. Hey, I'm so happy that you got an iPad or 2 iPads or 10 iPads. We should always be grateful for you, be thankful that you got there, and be thankful for where we are, where it's only 1 person or 10 people. It doesn't matter. We're all in this together. That's what I got out of it. So I just want to share it tonight.
That's
awesome. That's great.
That is so good, Pam. I love that.
And I'm happy for every one of you that's achieving your goals and whatever.
And
Me too.
one more thing, isn't it? Not everybody is alike, so not everybody does it the same pace. And that we'll celebrate other achievements.
Yes.
Others' achievements. So when we do that, then we are blessed. Then we can move forward.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I feel.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Good.
And thank you, Pam. That was
You're
amazing.
welcome.
Thanks for sharing that.
Cindy, you're really dark there, honey.
I know the sun is going down,
The
and
sun is it must be really sunny there today.
it was. And then now I had my blinds
Yeah,
open.
it was.
So light.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
lighting.
that's good.
I'm in my office because I want privacy. Thank you, Pam. That was good. I loved it. And we talked about a couple weeks ago about things that where you get stuck, and one of them was comparing yourself to others. Like when we compare ourselves, I did it for the first year I was in Plexus, like I shared before, and it did me no good because I was comparing myself. You know who I was comparing myself to?
Natalie.
If I had to compare myself to her right now, you'll understand why. Eva Schmidt. Eva and I joined Plexus at the same time.
And where is she now?
She is Diamond, first Diamond in Canada.
Okay.
Her husband is Diamond under her, and she's re-ranking herself. She's at Ruby the second time around.
Wow.
She's amazing.
So I'm here going, either I do this my way with my personality and be, trained or challenge myself to do it and learn and grow myself. Because maybe she had 10 years of growth ahead of me. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Right? She had skills of some sort that worked for her. So I didn't have them, but I was working on myself. I was working on personal growth, and things are getting better for me.
Yeah, you seem to be booming there, girl.
And when I stopped comparing myself and stopped being frustrated, you guys, Kim, you weren't on the call last week when Natalie was on talking about our compensation plan. and she sees my growth. I was one time like I'd get very frustrated when things didn't work out. I used to be so angry and frustrated. I'd like I'd message Natalie and say, "Oh," I'd put the "grrr, this is happening,"
Yeah.
and it's just not the way to do it. So we decided in this group that we are going to be problem solvers.
It takes time, no doubt, and patience, right? Like,
Yes.
and perseverance.
Yeah.
You know, like.
It's like
For
last
sure.
night, like things like that are going to happen when you got
For sure.
a lot of people on a website. It's going to crash.
Yeah.
And like this is a website that's all over the world. It's not
No
just
doubt.
Canada.
Yeah.
And it will have some issues if there's that many people on. So we just got to be patient and know that I've now got to the place where I trust Plexus.
Mm-hmm.
I love that they do come around. They will help you, and they will, they'll hold to their word, and they want what's best for you.
For sure.
We've lost Pam and
He's gone again.
Cynthia. 2 of them. So tonight, what I wanted our topic to talk about was sharing your story. And 2 of you, when I was collecting my information together to talk about sharing your story and how to do it well on Facebook or Messenger, either way, or in public or face-to-face with somebody, I think we only need to work on our story one time, really, and get all the details around it written down and get to know it well. And you won't ever have to change it unless like years go by or whatever, you'd have to change. But like your basics of what you felt before Plexus, now you felt after, and your trust in the company and the products and the people, and like that's not going to change. You just add on and make it better as you go. But as I was collecting my information to talk about sharing our story on Facebook, Anita had already gone ahead and did her story. But she didn't know I was going to talk about this. She had sent me a copy of her story that she's sending out through Messenger. And like even at the beginning of her story, she says she's sending it out to people that she knew, her family and friends. So she was saying at the beginning, like, you know me, I'm a talker. This is going to be long. Get used to it, kind of thing, right? But her story was so detailed and so, like, people would have to get a lot out of it because it was so detailed. And that's what your story should be. I'm going to do one either tonight or tomorrow, because this time of year for me was always crazy with allergies, like seasonal allergies. This time of year was like ridiculous. So I'm going to do one. I'm not going to mention Plexus. I did a Bob Highlake training. As you know, I'm a Bob Highlake fan. I'm addicted to Bob Highlake. And if you haven't listened to him, I think most of you have done some kind of training by Bob Highlake by now. If you haven't, look him up on YouTube and start to do some of his videos, because I don't think there's one video out there that you won't learn something from. It's so good. But he says that your story should create curiosity. So you're not going to want to say the name of your company. He says your story is like you're on one side of the river, and then your invite is on the other side of the river. So your story is the bridge. You're bringing people from this side of the river over to the other side so you can invite them to your products or opportunity. Big mistake that people make is trying to sell. If you're being authentic and real, the biggest thing you could ever do is, and I'm going to try it tomorrow, I am not good at doing my story, and this is something why I thought, okay, maybe if I learn to do it well, then we can all learn how to do it well together. But I think we should at least do one a week, either a live video or a written. I'm going to do a written one tomorrow, or I might even try just a video. Just practice with a video, not just a live, but you can do a video of yourself sharing your story, and you can send it out in Messenger, or you can put it on Facebook, or you can do both. But I think a video story to send out in Messenger will hit home a lot quicker. Don't you think?
I did a video today, Cindy. You'd be proud of me, but guess what? It didn't go anywhere except in my trash.
How come?
I can't do it. It's horrible.
So you need to get out of your comfort zone. That's where you struggle. So this is where personal growth is going to come in for you, right? The more you do it, the better you'll get.
So can I ask you a question? Why did you think it was horrible?
Yeah.
I'm 55 years old. I have no problem speaking in public, not one bit ever. I'm heavily involved in church. I stand up in church in programs. I worked for 30 years, no, more than that, with the public. I spoke at seminars, no problem, but I hate hearing my voice on video.
I do too. Most people do.
You know what?
I don't just dislike it, girls. I hate it. I know I got to overcome that, right?
Yes.
I know that, but
Yeah. We all hate it. We all hate hearing our voices. Sounds.
And I played it back to myself today, and I ate trash. And I was like, not today. You ain't
No,
going.
you shouldn't have done that.
You know what you should do? Take it out of the trash and just send it.
No.
Yeah.
Not today. No.
So then when Anita showed me her story and she'd sent it out, we actually did a challenge last week where we decided to do 20 bold reach outs to people you've never talked to Plexus about before. So she did up her story and she sent it out to these 20 people. What did you get back out of those 20, Neat?
I actually got 3 enrolled out of that 20.
Not just interest, she got enrollment.
Enrolled.
And I believe it was because of her detailed story. You're not just saying, here's the products, here's the information, here's the prices. You're actually involving.
No prices in my story.
No, I don't know. Prices shouldn't be.
One that I enrolled last night from, am I using the right choice of words when I say I enrolled?
Yes.
Okay. One that I enrolled last night, she said 3 times, but I know her. It's just that I never reached out to her yet. This was my first time through that story, Cindy.
Mm-hmm.
And she was going to be one I would have called eventually because I know she had menopause issues like myself. And I know that she believes when I tell her that it works because I don't promote something that don't work. I know all of you don't, but they know me well enough that I don't promote what don't work.
Right.
And she asked me like maybe 4 times about the price before I actually gave it to her.
Yeah, I don't give out prices very
right?
quick either. I want to get to know you first. I want to get to know what are your health issues. I just don't hand over prices very easy.
No.
I want to work with you a little bit first,
And
what's going on. And then if they say, I get this a lot, I'll say, okay, well, let me know what's going on with your health first so we can help you get the right products because we have different ones. And they go, no, I'm good. Just want to lose weight. And I go, well, you know what? When I joined Plexus first, I wanted more energy. I did want to lose a few pounds, yes. I wanted more energy. I wanted to sleep better at night. I wanted to get my sugar cravings under control. I wanted, what else did I need? I wanted to just feel better. And then I say to them in my first week, I noticed a lot of those things, like a 7-day trial pack for me was like amazing because I started to feel more energetic and feel well. I had a feeling of wellness. And then they come around, they go, oh yeah, I could use more energy or I have problems sleeping or whatever. Then they start to open up, right?
I'm back.
Hey, girl.
Pam, we're going to start applauding you every time you come back. So what I was going to say, Pam, good timing, because I was just going to say, Pam didn't know either that I was going to talk about stories tonight, sharing the story. So Sunday, Pam shared in her group about herself and what Plexus has done for her, and she posted a picture. And I know it was her birthday too, and people were wishing her happy birthday, but she did get more interaction, didn't you, Pam? And sometimes people want to see the real you. So this is my challenge to you guys in the next week or so. Write up a personal story. And what Bob Heilig says, he says, people want to feel like they can relate to you. So for me, like, I'm going to try and get very specific on how I felt. I'm even going to share a little funny story. And when my allergies were really bad, I started drinking stinging needle tea. It's supposed to be really good for allergies, and it helped. Pam knows my story. She's laughing.
No, I didn't know that.
So I work with Dr. Dean, so he'd give me this loose stinging nettle tea from his clinic, and he'd keep them in little baggies in the freezer. So he'd say, take another bag now, I got some more ready for you. So I borrowed Dennis's truck one day, and I went to work. And so coming home was like, oh yeah, I got my bag of tea, and I threw it in the console. I forgot about it for a couple of days. He comes in from his truck, and he goes, what is this?
What are you doing?
It looked like weed. He's like, what is this?
Yeah, what is this?
Little green stuff in a baggie. And he's like, you ever been pulled over for this? I'm like, oh, sorry. So anyway, like, I'll share my story, but I'll share like the details of my story and how I felt. Like, I'm just tired and run down and watery eyes and headaches, and that the medication, the over-the-counter drugs didn't work for me. And it made me so, because I'm very sensitive to any kind of meds, and I should not have been driving a car with taking even Claritin and stuff over the counter. It affected me so much. Then I go to my doctor, and he gives me this nasal spray, and it's got steroids in it, and I just threw it in the garbage, and like, that's my whole story. And then Plexus came along, and I started taking our probiotics. 2 months later, my allergies were completely gone, and it's been 5 years. That's my story for allergies.
That's awesome.
So when I say it in detail, people will relate, right? So, and they'll build a trust in you. So, and don't, like, I'm not even going to mention Plexus. I'm just going to say I found these probiotics that work for me. And he says there's 6 points that you want to target, you want to focus in on when you're thinking about writing your story. If you're doing a video, you should probably say your name, because who knows where it's going to go. It might not just stay with your friends and family, especially if you're sending a video in Messenger. They might pass it along to who knows who, right? And it's fine. So say your name, share a little bit about your background. When I share my story about my allergies, I will say how I was feeling before, the issues that I had, and then what you didn't like about your health, like how, how terrible you felt and that you needed something to work, and that how Plexus was your solution. So you don't want to say the name of your product or your company, but you want to give the solution to people without even trying to sell. You are, but you're not openly saying it, right? It's different. And talk about your results and how you're feeling now and how it worked for you.
He also says to keep it short. So how can you go really detailed and keep it short too?
Well, there's a video version that you can do, and then there's like for me, if I'm going to do detailed, I'd probably do a written one.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a video one and there's a written one. I'm considering the written one for now, but I will do a video, and I will keep it, he says, 60 to 90 minutes. Seconds.
That's twice.
I said that to Tina before. She's like, 60 to 90 minutes? That's too long. Come on, Tina, you can do it.
Oh, no, I don't have enough to say for that.
I
And
could
then
do it, but they wouldn't probably be listening by the end of the 90 minutes.
No. That's right.
And then he says, like, to edify the system. Kimberly got to go. To edify the system. So that really means, like, just saying that your company is credible. It has clinical studies, so you trust it, and that other doctors, nurses, and pharmacists are on board with it, so you don't question, that it's the right kind of products for you that's going to work, and they're natural and plant-based and stuff like that. And So yeah, so two different kinds of testimonies. One is to share as a curiosity post, and one can be shared in on your group pages. So I want to challenge us this week to do one of our testimonies. Either way, group, video, or script.
So isn't that what I just did though?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I said you jumped ahead of me.
Okay, sorry. I got this today.
Is that your silver?
Yeah.
Nice.
Congrats.
Woo! Super silver's coming.
My silver pin.
Nice, eh?
Very nice pin.
I
yeah.
love it. So what
I'll
else?
wear that. I'll wear those when I go on, when I win a trip.
Yeah. So what I was going to say though, Neat, is that we should be doing a testimony at least once a week of some sort. Like it could be something very simple.
Do you know that I sent out 20, was it
Can't
20
hear.
you told me?
You can't hear?
No,
Can you hear me now?
no, you're not loud at all.
I can hear.
Really?
Can you hear, Penny?
Louder and I would be yelling. My husband would hear me out there.
Sometimes she's not loud enough and sometimes she is.
Okay.
I don't get that very often. What was I saying? Getting old there too, though. Oh yeah. In addition to those 20 reach outs, I probably shared my testimony, I will say another 30 or 40 times in the month of March.
Wow.
Verbally.
Mm-hmm.
And I can
You're a
talk.
talker.
Oh, I can talk.
So here's the other thing that I want to do. And I've mentioned this before. If we do decide to do a video testimony, I would love it that we would share our testimony with each other.
Okay.
Like you send yours to me, I send mine to you. Everyone in this group gets each other's video testimony so we can share. Say if Pam's got a testimony about from her car accidents and low iron and her hair's growing and stuff like that. Like she's got different stuff than I would. So we'd each have our own testimony. If you have somebody that says they have those issues, you can say, well, let me share my friend Pam's testimony with you. And then we can share it in our groups too. Within our groups would be nice. Like Penny's father has an amazing diabetic testimony.
I watched that.
That was amazing.
I read that.
Yeah, that's Penny's, what? Penny's dad?
My dad,
Yeah. How's he doing, Penny?
he's doing really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So how long?
He's
Pardon?
been since almost a year now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how did he start with it? Like,
He
he
just does the pink drink and he does it every morning without fail. And it's
That's the
reduced his insulin from probably 150 units a day to probably less than 20 a week.
Wow.
Okay, thanks, Penny. I didn't realize that was your dad because my mother-in-law is a diabetic. She enrolled as an ambassador, she's got the block and the pink drink, and we have a doctor's appointment for her this Friday, April 4th. I was kind of reluctant. I wanted to talk with somebody that knew that for sure that these products is okay for a diabetic. Like she's on some pills and stuff right now. So should she contact her doctor before she takes them, you think?
My dad did, but I mean, if she's more comfortable, but he never did.
She wants to, so I'm going with her. So I'm going to take the products with me, and I'm going to explain to them what they are, and that they're natural, and that I know of people that have been diabetics, et cetera, et cetera. But I just I didn't realize that was your dad, actually. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, because I'll mention that to him, that I know somebody's dad who went from how many units to down to whatever.
Yeah, it was 150 a day to less than 20 a week.
Wow.
That's amazing.
how he eats a little bit too, right? So
Yeah.
but it's,
And
it's
she
significant.
she's gonna do the pink drink and the block, so that should be okay, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
She, Penny could do a testimony just talking about her dad, or if her dad would be willing, he could do his own and we could share it too. And that's the other, that leads right into my customer testimony part. If you have customer, and I'm going to be working on mine because I have some amazing customers that have one lady on my team messaged me the other day and she said, do you think that Plexus helps reduce cysts on your ovaries? And I said, yes. PCOS, we have tons of testimonies. If you look up Plexus and PCOS, even in our wellness headquarters, just look up PCOS in there and look at the testimonies of what the ladies are getting. I said, why would you ask that? Because she was on Plexus about 2 months at that time. And she said, I just came back from the doctor and I had ultrasound to see how my cysts were doing and they're not there.
Wow.
I was like, what? You need to share your testimony on my page. So her and I went out for coffee. She said, I just want to hug you. And I said, why? Well, for introducing me to Plexus, and now you're confirming. So I tagged her in some stories, and stories again, see? Other people's stories, that these are real life people that have these things going on. And I tagged her in some of them, and she's like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe how well I'm feeling since I've been taking Plexus. I have a lady taking the Just a Slim drink for her monthly cycle. She says she won't do without it. It does her so well for her monthly cycle. It's just regulated so much. Again, hormones, right?
Yeah.
Penny, when did your dad start seeing the change from the time he started?
Probably within a week or two for sure. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because my mom has diabetes, and she has other things with it too. And I'm trying to get her to keep taking it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
what, that's what I
is the key. Yeah.
I try to encourage my people that are under me or whatever, my customers or whatever, to be consistent, because that's what I feel, that why I feel such good effects from it is because I was consistent.
Exactly.
I haven't missed a day, and I won't miss a day.
I always find it very interesting when I've had people come to me and say, well, I'm not going to order again. And I go, how come? Well, it's not really working. Oh, and I go over in detail, how are you taking it? You know, maybe tweak this a little bit and try it this way, because people are different. You got to work with them. And then they end up saying, no, I'm not going to order. And then I have one lady come back to me a couple of days later, and she says, do you want to buy the products I have left? And I says, you have products left? And she goes, yeah, I have like 2 weeks. I'm like, you said you were taking it consistently. So, right? How could you have 2 weeks of products left if you said you were taking them consistently?
I have two
She actually got herself in the foot, and she didn't realize.
Yeah, right. You talked to, actually, Marlene. It wasn't working, and my sister has really bad insomnia, and she's been taking the pink drink for a month, and she hasn't got any results from it. No. But she's got really bad insomnia issues, and has had them for years. I mean years, for like 10 years or more.
She would be considered one of our extreme, right? So she would probably need either 2 pink drink a day, or we can introduce her to the Mega X.
So when you say introduce her to Mega X, are you talking in addition to the pink drink?
Yes. She shouldn't stop taking the pink drink.
Okay.
Because it will help her. Sometimes it's just a matter of time, too. People are different, right?
Yeah, I know. And I wish it would work. I truly wish it would work for everybody like it do me, because the $200 a month, because that's what it cost us in Newfoundland. We have taxes, $210 a month.
Mm-hmm.
would be well worth it.
Yeah, it
If
would.
it would. Oh yeah, I can't even believe, like, I don't even think, I said to Dwight today, like, I must be really like changed because I never ever took anything in my life. And if someone were to tell me in early January that I was going to pay over $200 a month, myself plus my husband is the same thing, another 200, I would say, you're crazy. That's not happening. And now I'm thinking, oh my goodness, if I had to give up one, which one would it be? Because I don't have a lot of finances right now, not really financially secure that great. I don't take anything for granted. My husband is supposed to start work in another mine. He's been out of work for a while in another mine at the end of April. So if that happens, my flexes will stay, all of it. If not, I got to try this, because I take a little bit more than I probably that I do like. So I would have to pick out what would be the best for me.
Or you could just make enough money to cover it all anyway.
Oh yeah, I'm going to eventually.
You're working on that. You're doing well. So
yeah, I'm trying.
The last thing I want to talk about is, so let's try and work on our stories a little bit more. I think if we see each other's stories, and like sharing videos, we would just do in our groups and messages, right? We could do that. Written ones we can share with each other too in our groups, but we would, like, on your own personal page. I'm going to try and do something once a week of something about how I'm feeling or something that is done for me. Natalie reminded me this week, and I thought I'd let you guys know, that Plexus doesn't have just one kind of shipping, as you notice. Here in Fort McMurray, ours always comes by Canada Post, right? Cynthia, Pam, Tina?
Canada Post,
Canada Post, right? But
Pardon?
sometimes, like I tracked one this week for a lady in Deer Lake, and hers came by Purelator.
Really?
Yeah. So just to give you the heads up, sometimes if people, you know, you can go in and track a package for somebody, right? Under you. You just find the tracking number and put it in. I put it in Canada Post and there was nowhere to be found. And then I put it in UPS, nowhere to be found. So I called in, they couldn't find it. I'm like, oh, for Pete's sake. So I messaged Natalie and she said, no, it's probably Purelator. And I'm like, Purelator for Newfoundland? She said, yeah, sometimes they switch.
Oh yeah, I've got stuff Purelator, but not
Because Purelator, and Purelator actually owns Canada Post.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yep.
So that's why sometimes they'll send it Purelator instead of Canada Post, especially to Newfoundland in remoter areas. They'll do that.
I've been tracking my package through Purelator, and the very same day I was expecting it by Purelator, I checked my mail and it was there. I was like, Rhonda, this is supposed to come through Purelator. So that's how I knew about it. She explained it to me.
So just a heads up, if you're tracking, don't just use Canada Post. There's UPS and Purelator. It may be sent by. So it is 10 to 8. And I think that's about it for me. Have you guys got anything to ask or share?
Sorry, I had to leave for a moment. My daughter called and I had to take the call, so sorry
Okay.
about that.
No worries.
Yeah.
Hope everything's okay.
Oh, all is well.
Yeah, good.
You can listen to it after, Kim.
Yes, I will.
Cindy posts.
Totally. I know she
Well,
recorded it, so that's great. And
Yeah. Yeah, so we just talked about sharing our stories, how we're going to get detailed and well doing it, and sharing with each other was the one that you missed, I think.
Yes, for sure. I'll listen to it.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's about it for me tonight.
Awesome. It was nice
Hey.
meeting you ladies online.
Yeah.
Ladies,
You
Thank
too.
you.
you can
Join us.
Thank you.
And have a good week, everyone.
Thank
and
you
then, yeah,
guys, everybody.
We'll see what the April promotions are and take off running.
Right
Looking forward
on.
to it.
Congratulations, everyone.
Thanks.
Okay, hopefully soon we can show our new iPads to each other.
Yeah.
Oh, you got one, right? Did you all get one?
No, I didn't. Cynthia didn't.
Okay.
That's okay. I'll get one.
Oh, absolutely. It's okay. It's a learning experience, right?
Yes,
Totally.
yes.
Yeah,
Totally.
that's what you gain.
All you can do is share, and if people want to come on board, they will come on.
Mhm.
That's right. And there will be months that we won't get anybody. And there will be
Yeah.
months that we will be like, wow.
I know, right? Exactly.
I just
Yeah.
found that I was reaping the seeds that I had sown. That's what I was doing. Right?
Yeah.
Over the last year or so, some of the people that reached out were like, oh, I look at our messages and go, I haven't talked to that person in 7 months.
You
Right.
got 2, Cindy?
Yeah. What?
Get
She
2.
got 2 iPads. Yes, she did.
Good for her.
Well, my husband was saying like it's too bad there's neither another day left in the month because I did 2 last night, right?
Yeah.
I got 9. I needed 12 to get 2 iPads.
Yeah. That's not
And I
bad.
said, if there was one more day, I might have done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was great, ladies. You did amazing this month. And let's see what we can do for April, because we do have lots of codes to use till the 15th.
For sure. Yeah.
Cindy, Kim has a new one. She got a new ambassador last month, and I had 2 new ones.
Yeah. So you guys got codes you can use.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Good. Thank you.
That's right.
Cynthia got 2. So everybody's jumping in and doing what they can,
I'm
right?
gonna have more in April. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
We will.
Yeah.
Totally.
Alrighty. I gotta go.
It's gonna
All right, ladies.
Okay, good
see
night,
you.
everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.